Welcome to No Ordinary 90, where football is more than a result. The game goes deeper than the final score. Passion to precision. This is football with substance.
Jack Grealish to Everton. Can he find himself again? What do you think? Welcome back to No Ordinary 90, where football is more than a result. Today we're just taking a little dive into this Jack Grealish transfer from Manchester City to Everton on a loan. The 100 million man, once the poster boy of English football flair, now finds himself on Merseyside trying to discover his form. But can this move reignite his career? Or do you think it's the beginning of a slow fade? Let's rewind. Jack Grealish arrived at City in 2021 for a British record fee. The expectation? To become the creative heartbeat of Pep Guardiola's midfield. But 3 seasons in, it hasn't quite worked out for him. Yes, had Premier League titles, championship or a Champions League medal, and flashes of brilliance. But the consistency, the swagger, the Grealish we saw at Aston Villa, it hasn't fully translated. Injuries, squad rotation, and Pep's tactical demands have limited his influence. For a player once hailed as England's most naturally gifted dribbler, Grealish has looked more like a cog in the machine than the star of the show. So why Everton? Well, this move makes sense for both parties involved. For Grealish, it's about game time, freedom and confidence. At Everton, he'll be expected to carry the ball, take risk, and be the difference maker, something he has not had the license to do at Manchester City. For Everton, it's a statement. A club often fighting relegation battles in recent years suddenly brings in a Champions League winner. Grealish adds not just creativity, but also leadership and star power to Goodison Park. Tactically, Grealish can slot into that left-hand side, where his ability to drive forward, draw fouls, and link up with a striker could be huge and adds another dimension to their attack. But the key here is responsibility. At City, Grealish was one of many stars. At Everton, he becomes the star. That spotlight can either bring the best out of him or weigh him down. So the question is, can Jack Grealish rediscover his Aston Villa form at Everton? Or was his time at Manchester City proof that maybe he was never built to shine at the very top? For me, this loan isn't just about Grealish finding fitness or form. It's about finding himself. The swagger, the confidence, the player that made us fall in love with his football in the first place. So, what do you think, guys? Will Grealish light up Goodison Park? Or is this a step backwards in his career? Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe, like, and share to No Ordinary 90, where football is always more than a result. Thank you guys for checking in. and have a good one. Peace.